Hello, welcome to this next episode of Trails of Cold Steel 2 playthrough. Nevyka here, and where did we leave off? Alright, we just arrived to Celdic, and we're gonna look around. Oh my gosh, and we have a lot of bonding points to do. Ooh, a lot of bonding. And not only that, we got all the townsfolk to talk to as well. So that's gonna be fun. Just a lot of talking. A lot of talking. Okay, so I guess let's start with the townsfolk first before anything else.
It was scary watching all those soldiers pass by. And then Jake apparently couldn't pass up the opportunity to put dirt in my shoes. He really will take any chance he gets. Get back here, Jake! Gotta admit that Susie's getting good these days. Those soldiers scared her real good though, so she's still got a long way to go before she can avoid being pranked. You should have seen her face when she noticed. I thought about it a whole bunch, and now I know why Jake and Susie argue so much. They were probably bitter rivals in a past life, and now they're destined to clash forever. That has to be it. They'd never argue so much if it weren't. I know I'm right about this. I have proof. I've only ever seen them argue. Meow.
Ooh, there's Milliam, but not yet, not yet.
How nice to see that you've been in a good health since we last met. I was admittedly a little worried. After our last parting, I hadn't heard so much as a whisper on your whereabouts.
I'm sorry, we didn't mean to worry you. And coming off of that might not be the best bargaining tactic, but could we tempt you to join us on the Courageous? We're trying to build a crew of as many Thor students as possible right now.
Me? I'm afraid not. While I'd like to, I feel as though I'm making significant progress as a medicine maker here. I'm not saying I won't ever be able to join you. I'm just afraid I must ask you to wait a while. Is that alright?
That's fine with us. We'll come back and catch up again later.
Still, let me give you something to help you in my absence. I hope they'll prove useful.
Ooh, thank you. Thanks, I'm sure they will.
I would join you, but between the progress I'm making in my studies and the good they seem to be doing, I just can't. As soon as I reach a point where I can put them on hold, I'll be sure to join you and help in whatever way I can. But in the meantime, please do take care of yourselves.
Fine, Rosine. Have it your way.
A lot of us are having trouble coming to terms with no longer being under Duke Alvarea's rule. The Alvarea's family's been in charge of this town for a long time after all. That's why we're all so uncomfortable about it. Nobody has any idea how this is going to change things. I just hope things will be peaceful from here on. We have no way of knowing what will change now that Duke Alvarea is no longer in control. Rosine recently started learning how to make medicine. She's taken to it very well, I should add. I believe she's mastered the basics already. At this rate, it won't be long before we can leave her in charge of tending to those coming in with minor injuries. Rosine recently started learning how to make medicine.
It's a true relief that no harm came to the town after all of that commotion. I can only imagine how many casualties would have emerged had the two armies clashed here. I'll be holding services so that people can give their thanks to Adios for keeping us all safe. I'm sure doing so would be a good way to help ease the townfolk's nerves. Everything happened so suddenly that it's left a lot of people here feeling uneasy. Let us pray for peace in the future and thank Adios for protecting us all.
Yes, thank the Lord
for all the peace. Okay. Ooh, the Orville factory. Yes, please. Who's here?
Machias, alright.
Guess the provincial army left while I was busy working. Not that it matters around here. Otto's the only man who represents this town in our books. We don't need no provincial army or noble alliance. Never have, never will. Don't matter to us if the provincial army's gone or not. We'll do things the way we always have. But what else would you expect from some blacksmith out in the boonies? The boonies. Okay, let's see. What you got for me? What? No upgrades. My man, what's up? It's all the same. Okay. Thanks to the courageous, we landed our first big deal in a while. We'll be helping to resupply it. Great news, right? Ha! Not if you're my old man. He's not really into the idea of profiting off a big deal like this. He's gonna have to learn a little bit of flexibility one of these days, or we'll really get in trouble. It's almost impressive how my old man continually seems to deny that we are in fact a business. Which means it's all on me to make sure we actually turn a profit. See what you got for me? What you got for me? You got nothing. Okay, it's time to do these slots, man. You know Emma needs a slot. Come on, girl. Thank you. What about B? No, I don't need to do that yet. I think we're okay for now. Wait, what about customizing the weapons? Nope, we're good. Alright. Thank you. See you later, Machias. We're talking to the townsfolk first. Ooh, 3 people here. Sarah, Laura, and P. Cool. Okay. Why aren't they all together? I guess they wanted to be alone.
Oh, welcome everyone. I heard all about you fighting those soldats at the Twin Dragons Bridge. I can't believe you managed to take those things on. Amazing. Everything's on us today, so go talk to Margot if you want something. Seems like Sarah had a big part in that battle as well. It's funny when you compare how she usually is to how she is on the job, isn't it? Guess I'll keep her company while she's drinking today.
While we may be under the Imperial Army's jurisdiction now, our main concern is still getting the railroad back to normal. To that end, we'll have to deal with both the Provincial and Imperial Army. That's about as difficult as it sounds, too. We'll need some way to handle this effectively. Little did they know it involved flipping Louise's skirt.
Oh, York, you can't just mess around because you're struggling for ideas. Get those gears turning for the town's sake.
No, how brazen of me. I'm actually in the middle of gathering information for our negotiations with both armies. I mean it. I see you're doing as well as ever, Squirrel. I could say the same to you. Focusing on selling daily necessities is certainly a sound plan. You even set your prices well. I just went with my gut for the most part. Wasn't expecting to make quite this much from it, though. Maybe I was just born with it?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I hate to admit it, but she's right. Most merchants couldn't get by being quite that careless. I'm pleased to see that Maurice is doing well for herself. I'll have to pick up the pace if I want to catch up with her. Better make the most of my upcoming business meeting. Oh, it is a woman. I did not see that.
Seems like Squirrel's gathering up info and using that to make his profits. He told me some pretty interesting stuff too. We'll see if it comes in handy when I get my next batch of goods in.
Nope, sorry Laura, not yet. Anyone up here? Yes.
Hey, people, noise levels down a little, please. Cat trying to sleep here. The way they're hooting and hollering, you'd think the war was over.
Well, they were just freed from a brutal tyrant. Let them have their moment. It's not like we're using today for anything but rest, right?
I guess things did turn out okay. You guys meshed pretty well with Valimar, too, so try to keep that up for next time. But don't do anything too crazy, got it? Sleeping Beauty over there is out for the count. And Emma wandered off somewhere, looking very solemn, too. But that's none of my business. I'm just gonna sleep until we leave.
Oh wow, he's sleeping over there, okay. Oh my god, Anton. I went all the way to Guerrilla Fortress and still couldn't find any clues. Where are you, Ricky? I'm not giving up on you, Ricky. You're my one and only best friend, and I'm gonna find you. I'm sure you will, Ricky. Okay, let's see. Where to? To this man here. I'm surprised at the stark difference between the Imperial and Provincial Army. They were even going around asking if there was anything they could do to help us. Guessing the Reformists really are the more amiable faction after all. Never really actively supported either faction yet, but seeing them at work really has made me want to support the Reformists. Okay, Melissa.
Looks like the next Imperial Chronicle is gonna be all about the Imperial Army taking over the Twin Dragons Bridge. The problem is whether or not I'm actually gonna get my hands on that issue. Dang it! When are they gonna get the train schedules back to normal? If they don't get their butts in gear soon, my business is done for. I don't even give a damn about this war, but I'm gonna be out of business without anything to sell. Maybe Otto might know some way to get the Chronicle in? I'll have to ask.
I think I have issue 4 already. Do I? Yes, I do. Okay. Next up. I heard about the Provincial Army's crushing defeat. It was almost impressive just how quickly and efficiently they fled. I can't believe they're the same people who spent all day boasting about their accomplishments. Simply despicable, I say. It doesn't really matter which army takes up residence here in the end, but I'm just annoyed at how the Provincial Army could talk the talk but not walk the walk. Come on, lady. Be grateful. This guardhouse is now under the command of the 4th Armored Division. We've taken the liberty of replacing all the Provincial Army flags with our own. Based on our observations, it's not an especially impressive base of operations. Still, our role here in Celdic is to maintain public order, so it should serve us well enough in that regard.
We'll be stationing ourselves here in Celdic from now on. We owe you our gratitude as well. Thanks to your help, we now have extra supplies from the Twin Dragons Bridge as well as those provided to us from here. We'll be
I've gone and conducted a thorough inspection of the town. It's definitely too small to station an armor unit here, though doing so may have caused unrest either way. As such, our job here in Celdic will simply be to maintain public order. We'll also be working closely with the RMP to prevent any and all attacks from Trista. While the Provincial Army may have retreated, they did so with most of their firepower intact. We'll have to keep our guard up. But for now, our main priority is to maintain the public order in Celdic.
Oh, hello there. I heard all about your work at the Twin Dragons Bridge. The Provincial Army gave Celdic up without much of a fight, which is surprising. The fact that it's an important location in the railway system means that losing it must have been a rather big hit. Who knows, maybe this will serve as a big step towards bringing this civil war to an end. Celdic being in our hands means we'll be able to use part of the railway system now. Chances are the RMP will be busier than ever now thanks to that. You're all from Thor's, right? Good work back there. Many of us in the 4th Division cared dearly for Fiona, so we can't thank you enough for rescuing her. It took all our willpower to contain our anger over her being taken hostage, truth be told. Kidnapping others, even if they are related to a military officer, simply cannot be forgiven. Fiona's akin to family for many of us.
Can't thank you enough for rescuing her. Of course. Hey, Eustace. Oh, there she is. What is she doing? We'll find out later. Oh, hold on. I have to drink some water. Okay. Oh no, I think this is Becky's home.
I thought Becky cheered up, but she's been thinking about stuff lots these days. She shut herself in her room earlier and hasn't come out since. Weird. What's she even done?
Yeah. Again, I apologize in advance for the horrible accents.
My husband's been acting very strangely lately. He's been putting most of his profits aside for something. He's been ordering new goods with loaned money too. I just can't fathom why he'd do something like this, especially with times as hard as they are. I hope he doesn't think I haven't noticed what he's doing. I'm the one managing his finances and he knows it. I just wish I knew what he was thinking. It's so unlike him to take on debt at a time like this.
Alright, we'll talk to her after the townsfolk. Okay, now all that's left is the Grand Market. Hey guys. Okay, shoppity shop. Phew, it's been a while since I did business at the Grand Market. I'm beat. Times like this make me want to brew up a nice cappuccino, sit back and relax. Speaking of, I can teach you the tricks to making a mean cappuccino if you'd like. Yes! Yay, comforting cappuccino. I tried doing some business over at the Twin Dragons Bridge Inn, but that didn't pan out too well in the end. Mainly because doing so relied on the Transcontinental Railroad being restored, which won't be happening anytime soon. Guess it worked out in the end, though, since I caught wind of some sort of military scuffle taking place there. I'm a bit disappointed things didn't work out, but I should consider myself lucky that I left before that mess went down. Bitter juice! Oh, let's see what we can do with the cappuccino. Oh, but I don't have anyone with me, boo-hoo. We don't have the ingredients either. We need honey syrup and fresh milk. Okay. Do you have them? Nope. Okay, thank you for the recipe.
This store really is a mystery to me. But today's the day. It's time to figure out whether the stuff here is worth buying or not. Let's see. A knife designed for mincing and an orbital corkscrew. I can't tell if I'd be getting my money's worth with these. It's hard to tell whether or not I'd be getting my money's worth for the stuff here. Now my sense of value's all muddled up again.
Hey there! Take a look at this razor that's been fitted with an alarm clock. You'll be waking up and looking sharp with this. So, the Imperial Army is here to replace those Provincial Army troublemakers, huh? That don't seem like a rowdy bunch. They don't seem like a rowdy bunch, which is fortunate. Maybe now I'll finally get some business done. Ooh, Gambler Jack. Chapter 10. Do we have that? Gambler Jack. No, we don't. Thank you. Okay. Alright, troops. I heard all about your little rescue mission.
Can you believe you even chased off those provincial bamboats? Pure brilliance. If you need any food, I'm your man. I'll even throw in something extra for you. We couldn't say much while they were here, but the provincial army really were making life hell for all of us. So aye, cheers for sorting them out. We really owe you one.
Okay. What did I need for the recipe?
What did I need, yeah?
Fresh milk, honey syrup. Fresh milk, honey syrup. kind of sword and ring. Thank you. Okay, next up. Step right up, folks. We've got another big sale going on today as well. And just in case you didn't feel like these prices are enough of a steal, here you go, a bit of goodwill on my part. Oh, thank you, good sir. What do you got? Okay, thank you for the free book. What's this? There's a note at the front of the stall. Closed for the day as we restock. My apologies for the inconvenience. Okay, no problemo. Oh, Elliot's over there. I can see it in your eyes, young ones. You're questioning my presence here, are you not? There's no need for surprise, though. Those who have a passion for freedom are guided by love itself. And now the time has come to heal the downtrodden citizens of Celdic with my soothing melody. I insist that you all listen as well. Let us thank Adios for allowing us to be here on this day. Now, lend an ear as I offer up a most gracious melody for her. The war seems to be moving in a somewhat different direction now. Some may be under the impression that the Noble Alliance will make up for this loss with ease, but my gut tells me it's gonna have a considerable effect on things down the line. Call it my merchant's intuition, if you will. Duke Alvarea has a tendency to be overly confident in his own supremacy. He's not likely to consider this a threat to the Alliance's dominance, but that in itself may be his own undoing. Honey girl. Honey fact time! It's a common misconception that bees make honey simply by gathering the nectar together from different flowers. But there's more to it than that. Once the nectar's gathered, the bees pass it to one another while chewing it until it finally turns into honey. This unique process makes honey a product we humans could never make on our own. Aren't bees amazing? That really was quite the funny sight earlier. I don't think I've ever seen the provincial army turn tail so quickly before. In fact, they were so fast I could have mistaken them for a swarm of bees returning to their nest. Oh girl. Yep. Honey, honey, honey. Oh hey, Toa. I didn't know I could bond with you too. Cool. No, these please are all closed too. Alright. Well, there it is. Okay, let's go start that side quest with a Becky and my horrible attempt at reading the accented words. Perfect timing, Rain. Hey there, Becky. You're looking much better than the last time we saw you. You've got yourself to thank for that. You lot went absolutely mental over at the Twin Dragons Bridge, didn't you? Can I believe you didn't even tell me that you'd be doing that beforehand? Sorry about that, but yesterday was the first chance we've had to come to Celdic in a long time. What? Does that mean you're up for coming with us? Damn right! I've gathered a bunch of stuff by the lads over at the Grand Market, so I'm ready to go. I will not take no for an answer, too. I didn't think you would. More than glad to have you aboard. We landed the Courageous not far from here, so I can introduce you to everyone. No need for that. I'm heading in now. Time to brush up on my merchant skills while I've got the chance. That wee daft Hugo will never know what hit him. Nice to have her back in high spirits. I'll give her the rundown of everything on the ship later. Becky was welcome aboard the Courageous. Yas! Yas, queen, or what? Why would they put that? Yas. Okay, okay, that's it. You know, I'm wondering if we can go to the West Celdic Highway. Aw, I should focus on getting some rest right now. Boo, okay. I guess we could start the bonds. Nothing else to do, so let's start them. Let's start with Emma. She's right here. And she's a waifu. Planning on hitting the town, Emma?
Oh, hello, Reen. Something like that. I was going to take a little walk over to Lunaria Nature Park.
Oh? This wouldn't have anything to do with Celine and I sensing the higher elements last time we were there, would it?
Yes, actually. She told me all about it. I thought it might be a good idea for me to go take a look for myself.
It shouldn't be too much trouble for me. The monsters around there aren't especially challenging. It might be a good idea for me to tag along with her anyway. I'm more than confident you'll be able to take care of yourself, but would you be opposed to some company? I'd like to see how the park is doing now myself.
By all means, I'd be happy to have your company. Well then, shall we?
Together, Reen and Emma stepped out onto the highway and walked to the park.
Something certainly is out of balance here, and I can sense the presence of the higher elements as well.
Fortunately, their effect seems to be limited to within the park itself. You don't think that there could be a cryptid here like Lohengrin Castle, do you?
Well, I don't sense one now.
The higher elements are only present in the park itself, so...
I think they're here as a result of the chaos in Erebonia, particularly because this area is close to a spirit vein. But I can't offer any guarantees that the surrounding area won't be affected in the future, though.
Emma?
I'm sorry. I was wondering if I might be able to calm things down a little. I think I'll try, at least. Please step away. Oh, Spirit Vein, calm the chaos of this land by the guidance of my mana.
Any luck?
No, unfortunately not. As I feared, my power simply isn't enough to quell a disturbance of this magnitude, and Celine's assistance wouldn't help me do any better.
Oh, well, at least you tried. Is something wrong?
I was just thinking, I bet Vida would be able to do it. With the amount of power she has, she'd be able to handle something like this without even trying.
Oh, right.
I've always been following behind her, desperately trying to catch up. I've always admired the incredible talent she has as a witch. No, admiration isn't quite it. The truth is, I've always had an inferior complex when it comes to her. I'm always comparing myself to her, always reminded of how lacking I am in comparison. I'm sorry. You've ended up with a weak witch like me instead of a competent one like her. If only I were stronger. As I am, there's no way that I'll ever be able to catch up to her.
You keep saying always, Emma. No one's born with the ability to do everything perfectly from the start. Just like with my swordsmanship, there's always going to be someone who has more experience. So rather than beat yourself up for not matching up, you should take it one step at a time instead.
One step at a time?
Yeah, and we'll all be there doing the same thing with you. And gradually, bit by bit, we'll all become more experienced and skilled at what we do. It's not something you can do overnight, but one day, you'll be able to catch up with her.
I suppose you're right. All we can do for now is focus on the tasks at hand and hope that will get us closer. I think I was just feeling a little impatient and frustrated. Don't mind me.
I don't mind at all, really. We all get that way sometimes. Anyway, we've come all the way to the park. Want to walk around and relax some?
That sounds lovely.
Reen and Emma then enjoyed some quality time relaxing and admiring the area around Lunaria Nature Park before eventually returning to Celdic. Ooh! Perfect. Thank you for the encouraging words, Reen. I think you're right too. All we can do is take things step by step and hope that doing so eventually leads us to our goal. The more impatient I get, the harder it'll be for me to keep advancing. That's good advice. Remember guys, whenever you're feeling impatient because of your lack of experience, you gotta take it one day at a time. There's always gonna be someone with more experience than you, so just keep working at it and you'll eventually be that person that someone else envies. Okay, let's do uses now. With the provincial army rooted, peace has finally returned to this town. It may only be temporary, but for now, that's something worthy of celebration. It looks incredibly uncomfortable to be here. Not that I can blame him. Hey, Uses, what do you say we walk around the market for a bit? Should be pretty fun since they're finally getting it back together. What brought this on? Who cares? Come on, let's go. With that, Reen dragged the reluctant Uses to the Grand Market. This is the first time I've been to Celdic's Grand Market. Huh? Really? That's a surprise. Though I guess you never had the chance to come here during any of our field studies. While it may be part of the Cruisin province, I rarely visited Celdic itself. In fact, I hardly left the Berea-Heart area before entering Thors. Well, that's all the more reason to make the most of our time here, right? Kind of a shame it's not nearly as bustling as it was the last time we were here. Maybe I should head back to the Courageous after. All right, lads. How's it keeping? Oh, it's Becky's dad. How are you, sir? Haha, it's been a while. I heard you lot did some real work at the Twin Dragons Bridge. We actually got some nice fish, fresh apples in this morning, so here, fancy a wee try? No worries either. It's on me. Think of it as celebrating Celdic's freedom. Well, if you're offering, thanks. How exactly does one eat this? Just take a bite into it. This is fresh too, so it'll taste better than the store-bought kind. You were right. The juiciness enhances its flavor as well. Haha! Good to hear. Good to hear. And just to be sure, you're Duke Alvarea's son, right? You knew? No need to panic, wee man. I've just heard rumors about you and your bro is all. They say the youngest brother is a bit unfriendly, but always kind to wee kids and the like. Then there's the eldest brother, who's so skilled he's one of the reasons the Noble Alliance has been doing so well in the war. That's certainly true. Well, I cannot deny that most of us at the Grand Market aren't exactly fond of Duke Alvarea, but at the same time I'm no nearly silly enough to hold some grudge against you just 'cause you're his son. Pretty sure the same applies to everyone else too. It's a relief to hear you say that. Thank you so much. Haha, no bother. I'd hate to see him not have a good time here is all. I certainly wasn't expecting that. After everything that's happened here because of my father's influence, I had thought to hang my head low, but who would have thought I'd be accepted so readily? It's not all that complicated, you know. In the end, your only tie to the Duke is through your blood, right? So just be yourself, Usus. Be proud of who you are, like you usually are. I really haven't been myself recently, have I? Not if you're giving me pep talks like these. You're right, Reen. I should take this time to prepare for future outings rather than waste it worrying over nothing. Good to hear. was nice. Eustace really needed to hear that, man. I feel so bad for him. With all the provincial army has done, I wouldn't blame the people of Celdic for hating me. What a surprise to see that such is not the case. I wish I could show this to my father and my brother. Aww. I'm glad he heard that. He deserved that. He doesn't deserve to feel such guilt over his father when they hardly have anything to do with each other, really.
Hard not to get a little nostalgic being back here, isn't it? And thinking back on all those requests we did, and the whole mess with the Grand Market last time we were here. I bet none of us ever thought things would get this crazy back then. Oh well, no sense taking a stroll down memory lane when I could actually walk around and look at things here.
Should I ask if she wants some company? Mind if I looked around with you?
Go right ahead. Where should we start?
Reen and Alyssa decided that they'd go back to see the parts of town that had the biggest impact on them. It's kind of surreal thinking about how this is where it all started. Getting dragged out here and handed a bunch of requests from the townsfolk sure was something.
It certainly was an interesting experience. Especially with Instructor Sarah's refusal to help us at all.
Though it all makes sense now that we know she's a former bracer. And thanks to all those field studies, we learned how to think and operate independently.
Yeah, normal students wouldn't have gotten the same opportunity to learn things that way. The fact that we've overcome so much since then just goes to show what an effective method it was, right?
Effective is right, and we can keep applying what she taught us even now.
Celdic's Grand Market sure brings back memories too. This is where things really kicked off for us.
Definitely. First there was the dispute between those merchants. Then we got caught up in that case with those bandits. I don't think I've ever questioned so many people in my life.
It was tough, but our teamwork helped us pull through in the end. If we had been short by even one person, I doubt things would have gone as well as they did. Especially if you hadn't been there. You played a huge part in the whole thing.
Way to inflate a guy's ego. All that's left now is the highway. Granted, we can't really go out too far.
How about we take a ride on your bike? I want to see what's going on over near Trista too.
Might as well. I'll head back to the Courageous then. We've even got the sidecar, so I'll grab that while I'm there.
Oh, you don't need to go through all that hassle. I'll just ride on the back to keep things simple.
But sure, we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
The road to Heimdall still seems pretty well protected, perhaps more so now. Now that they've lost the Twin Dragons Bridge, this area is probably more vital to the Alliance than ever.
Yeah, it still doesn't look like we're getting back to Trista anytime soon.
Don't worry, our day will come. It might not have been our intention, but we played a part in liberating Celdic. And we'll try and liberate Trista and the Academy the same way.
I guess. That's right, we've got to think positive. We need to keep moving forward and believe that our path will take us there eventually.
They returned to Celdic, taking extra care not to be noticed by the Noble Alliance forces along the way.
I think I'm more ready than ever to take back Thor's now. We can do this, Reen. No matter what it takes. In the end, we'll get our home back. I know we will.
Nobody over there? Oh yes, there was. lot of people actually. We are left 9. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, I know Million is in here.
Apparently, they're gonna hold a Sunday school class right here really soon. They did those in the chapel in Trista too, right? Oh man, this is so cool! What are they like anyway?
Yep, every Wait, you've never been to Sunday school?
No siree! Don't feel like I missed out on anything either. Even if hearing about kids getting educated does make me think about the academy all over again.
She said she doesn't feel like she missed out by not going to Sunday school, but she sounds kind of interested to me. If you're curious about Sunday school, why don't we watch one of their lessons together so you can see what it's like?
Are we really allowed to do that?
The church is meant to be a place for everyone. Can't see them kicking us out. Assuming you can stay quiet and not cause trouble for anyone, that is.
No problem. I'm the queen of quiet.
Not long afterwards, the children of Celdic began pouring in. It wasn't a long wait before class was in session.
Hooray! Here we go!
They all look even younger than you, Milliam.
Well, I'm a grown-up after all.
That's one massive stretch of the definition of grown-up you've got there. In fact, you'd probably be in classes for early teens if you went to Sunday school. Does anyone know the answer?
What's up, Susie? You stuck on such an easy question? You're so smart, why don't you tell us the answer? Well, I could, but I don't want to make you look bad. You tell her, Tram. I can't account Mira that well. Do you know the answer, Lulu? Meow.
Alright, settle down. Perhaps that was a bit too difficult.
I know. The answer is 273, Reg.
That's correct, but who might you be?
She looks older than us.
Milliam, what'd I tell you?
Hey, what's the problem? I'd normally be going to Sunday school at my age anyway, right? Listen up, kids. I'm actually a student from none other than the amazing Thor's Military Academy. How about I take this chance to teach you all as your substitute teacher?
Excuse me?
Now that sounds fun. Let's study together. Meow.
She's as wild as ever, but I guess she's sort of helping out. With the sister usurped, Milliam took up the role of teacher for the day. Reen was worried at first, but surprisingly, she ended up doing a stellar job of helping Sister Olive out. Well, except for the part where she almost gave Reen a stroke when she tried to introduce Aragetlam. All in all, the students had such a fun time with their lesson that Sister Oliver even thanked them afterwards. Olive.
That was so much fun. Sunday school doesn't seem so bad. Can we go again? Can we?
I'm glad you enjoyed it that much. You weren't half as bad as a teacher either. You did almost ruin it by bringing Aragetlam out at the end, though.
I probably did so well because of all the time I spent at Thor's. Everything you guys taught me ended up coming in handy. I kind of miss our classes there. So let's do what we can to end this war and go back to school.
Yeah, we will. I mean, if you think about it, setting Celdic free was the first step towards that. So let's keep it up, Milliam.
Roger!
Oh, that was very sweet.
That was pretty fun, but I still like the academy better. I can't wait until we're back there.
I don't know, everyone is still troubled, you know, and you can sense it, and you just want to help everyone. Oh, Machias isn't here. Okay, I think this will be the last one, or maybe one more after that. My orbital shotgun was in need of some maintenance, so I finally decided to bite the bullet, have someone take a look at it. I'll be staying right here until I get it back, but once I do, I want to go out and thank some people. After everything the townsfolk did for us by letting us hide out here, I want them to know their kindness wasn't taken for granted. He's right, we really owe them. Maybe I should join them. Do you mind if I join you? These people did so much for us that I think they really deserve our thanks. Happy to have the company. They waited for maintenance to be finished on Machias' shotgun, then hit the town to start thanking people.
Hello, Machias. And to your friend, too. Thanks for feeding Lulu the other day.
It's fine. I used to do the same for the cats that lived around my home. That aside, I hope you're not still bullying Susie, Jake.
Huh, maybe I am, or maybe I'm not. Who cares about that, though? Come play with us, Spexter.
Spexter? How many times do I need to tell you to have some respect for your elders? Despite the teasing, he seems to get along with them fairly well. Honestly, you kids don't know how worried I was when you never came back from the Twin Dragons Bridge. Thank goodness you're unharmed. Sorry, we really should have gotten in contact with you sooner. We still can't thank you enough for providing us with food and drinks while we were here. We'll be sure to pay you back in full one day. Don't you worry about that. You just focus on what you need to do for now. I'm sure things will only be tougher from here on out. After all.
What? You wanted to thank me? Hey, no need for that. If you really want to, though, buy a newspaper. Or 10.
I'll get back to you on that. He never stops trying to win a sale, does he? There's no need for you to thank us. In fact, we're the ones who should be thanking you for everything you've done. No, not at all. Class 7 may never have been reunited if not for the help of everyone here. Oh, we hardly did anything of note. You're all students of my good friend Van Dyck too, so it was only natural. I look forward to seeing how much you grow by the time this war comes to an end. Thank you, sir. We won't let you down. That should be everyone, I think. I have to admit I wasn't expecting them all to cheer me on like that. That just goes to show how meaningful the time you spent here was. They all seem pretty happy about being freed from the Noble Alliance too. It's a bit too early to be celebrating. They should come back at any moment. They could come back at any moment. Still, going around and talking to the townsfolk has helped me better see that Celdic's free for now. I think I'm starting to see the power we have to help change things here in Erebonia for the better. Yeah, definitely. This is only the start though. It's up to us to set the heights we achieve. And I won't forget it. Did I not go to Otto's house? I didn't. I totally skipped it. Oh, look at that. And I didn't even, the princess was here. I could have missed her. Someone is upstairs. Oh, 2 people. Celdic's now effectively removed from Duke Albarea's rule. Considering he was the one who collected taxes and enforced the law, all of that is up in the air now. We'll need to decide how to handle those things for ourselves, or there will be problems down the line. The most pressing problem is how the railway will operate from here on out. Otto plans on holding negotiations regarding that. I still need to get everything ready for him, actually. The Noble Alliance holds both Heimdall and Bereahard under its control. It's still uncertain whether or not we'll be able to get the trains up and running like they used to. We'll do everything we can, though, for the sake of the town and its people. Oh man, they just decided to leave me in charge of preparing important documents out of nowhere. Right, calm down. First priority is making sure I've got everything together before the market manager heads out. These negotiations will have a huge impact on Celdic, so I need to be on the ball here. If I can successfully handle this, I'll be one step closer to becoming a proper merchant. Let's do this. It isn't the hard workers from Thor's. I hear you were quite busy today. But I must say, I nearly had a heart attack when I heard you would be taking on those soldats. I hope none of you got hurt. We're all fine. It's good to see that you're looking well, too. We heard that the provincial army retreated without much issue. Indeed, they left in a flurried panic, but no harm came to the townsfolk during that. I really can't thank you all enough for what you've done for this town. It never would have been possible without all the support we received. And yet this peace wouldn't have been possible in the first place without you. The townsfolk are ecstatic about all this. Please make yourselves at home here during your stay. It's the least we can do to show our gratitude. Thank you, sir. We'll do just that. Allow me to thank you all once more. Granted, not everything's been resolved. There's a number of issues we still have to iron out with the other parties. There's no need to concern yourselves with that, however. We'd like you to take this opportunity to relax while you can. Oh my goodness. Well, do we have time for one more? Well, I guess we could do the princess. Oh, you're in school. Oh, you're in your school uniform? What's the occasion?
I wanted to come along and give my regards to the market manager, so I'm using this as my secret disguise. Putting this on reminds me of back when we first met at St. Estrella.
Same here, it really suits you. Though just seeing it, I can't help but wonder if Elise is alright.
I have a question, Reem.
Oh, what's on your mind?
On second thought, never mind.
Should I ask her what's up? There's something on your mind, you can tell me, Your Highness. It's okay. I'll do whatever I can to help.
Really? Well, to tell you the truth, I've never had the chance to really get a good up-close look at Celdic's Grand Market. I thought I'd take this chance to do it, but...
Is that what it is? She's in her school uniform, so I guess she could get away with it. No problem, I'd be glad to guide you around then.
You would? Oh, well, far be it from me to decline such a gentlemanly offer.
Once she had finished her business, Rena and Princess Alphen made their way to the Grand Market together.
So this is the fabled Grand Market. It's so lively. I imagine it must have been livelier before the war, but it's still rather impressive if I do say so myself.
I think that's all because of the merchants here. They work really hard to keep things going.
I can certainly believe that. Merchants are known for being nothing if not passionate. Oh my, there's a delightful smell coming from that stall. Let's go take a look.
Looks like she's having fun. Don't think she's had many chances to relax in a while, so I'll have to make sure she gets the most out of her time here.
Everything here is so delicious. I even had the pleasure of seeing the excellent workmanship of Bereahard's craftsmen. It's just a shame I couldn't try out the much renowned Celdic beer, too.
Got a couple years to go before you start thinking about that.
I was joking, of course. I did notice a lack of merchandise from Western Aravonia, however. I suppose that's to be expected with the rail restrictions. Still, it's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, it'll probably stay that way until the war comes to an end, too. I'm actually surprised you noticed.
Well, I am a member of the Imperial family. Oh, Reed! Let's check over there, too.
When is the damn war gonna end? Sure, the provincial army's gone, but we're gonna be struggling to make ends meet so long as this fighting continues. You gotta wonder what the Imperial family's doing at a time like this. I haven't even heard one word about Prince Cedric, let alone Prince Oliver, ever since this all started.
Oh.
Word has it that His Majesty's safely tucked away in Heimdall, at least. Don't the nobles have control over Heimdall, though? So much for royalty, I guess. Doesn't mean much if you can't have any influence on a situation like this. Sorry, Your Highness. Whoa there! You might want to take those words back. Apparently Princess Alphen's behind the Crimson Wings that chased the provincial army from the Twin Dragons Bridge. Huh? For real? The Imperial family's probably doing what they can. Just because you don't hear about it doesn't mean it isn't happening. That's why we've got to believe in them and make sure the Grand Market's ready for when everything's back to normal. Well, I'm fine so long as the war ends, really. Right, I gotta head back. Catch you later. Are you alright, Your Highness?
Yes, thank you. So surprised that there are people who aren't happy with us right now. The fact that our efforts at the Twin Dragons Bridge alone were recognized is more than enough for me.
It's very kind of you to say. I'm certain that what we're doing right now isn't in vain.
That's right. That's why we need to keep doing what we can. I don't want to let Father or Cedric down, and Oliver is expecting so much from us that I'd hate to disappoint him.
Exactly. Just don't forget that you're not alone in this.
Thank you.
Hey, aren't you one of those kids from the military academy? Holy cow! Are you Princess Alphen? Oh crap, this isn't good.
Well, it's flattering that you'd mistake me for Her Majesty. I'm afraid you have the wrong person. Isn't that so, Reen?
That's right. She's actually my little sister, you see? Huh. Didn't know you had one. Gotta say, you don't really look all that alike.
Well, we aren't related by blood. Of course, there's some benefits to that. We can get married for one.
You what? Your Highness?
But, oh, he's just so frigid. Did you know he only visits me at school once in a blue moon? Have you ever known a brother this cruel?
I guess it's good that you, get along so well. Yeah, we sure do. Phew, looks like we managed to avoid outing you there. You definitely overdid it, though.
Oh, not at all. I was simply speaking from the heart. Elise's heart. Do try to visit her more often once this is all over.
I'll do what I can. With their trip to the market over, a mildly flustered Reen escorted Princess Alphen back to the Courageous. Okay, that is where we will stop. Oh my goodness. See? Just because they're not related by blood, okay, fine, they can get married. But see, even the merchant was freaked out. Like, stop. Just stop. Anyways, but man, we got like half of the bonds done. And we even got to speak to all the Townsfolk, so that's awesome. So in the next one, we'll finish all the bonds and see what happens then. But my favorite bond so far was Yusa's. That one like struck the most to me. But everyone's was, of course, was great. And of course, them pushing Alyssa onto him onto the bike. Whatever. But it's okay. Him and Emma took a walk in the park. And my second favorite was Milliams. Just because she's still a kid and it's like her childhood was taken away from her. So seeing her relive it is like get to have some kind of childhood always makes me happy because she deserves it. Anyways, oh my god, my mouth is so dry, my throat is so dry from all that talking. Literally just talked and read for an hour. Jesus Christ. So yeah, I was drinking a lot of water. So sorry if my voice sounds a little raspy sometimes. Anyways, only this game, dude. I swear to God. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it, please give it a like. It lets me know you enjoyed it. Comment below your thoughts on the video. And share, please, with whoever you think will enjoy it. And subscribe to this channel for more episodes into the series. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss it. Until the next one, you guys take a lot of care. Janet!